Welcome, Virgo, to your Astrodice reading for October. I hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. Okay. Best house and message for Virgo, please. Talk about that moon with some Libra energy in the 8th house. Some moon going on, guys. Haven't seen that one yet. You're the first one of the month to have the moon come out. So here we go. Your unconscious, sensitive, inner emotions and responses. A little emotional. Your emotions are, right there. They're right there, aren't they? Okay, with Libra energy. Libra is talking about the energy is diplomatic, gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So talking about that graciousness with this sensitivity. Wow, very beautiful. And it doesn't have to be in relationships. In fact, we're talking about the 8th house, which is transformational area of your life, is shared resources and intense emotions. So it could be about those shared, it could be about a relationship then, couldn't it? But more it's about the shared resources. Being together, things that you share, assets, things of this nature. 8th house could be the jointly controlled money, assets, taxes, inheritance, and obligations. Or is there obligations that you're feeling a little overwhelmed? Do you feel that there is something going on that you feel the obligations are not being met, or we should share them together? I don't know, I'm feeling more obligations more than anything at this time. Maybe you feel obligated to be someone. I don't know. I'm feeling all these different kinds of emotions going on, right? Okay, let's just see what Spirit has to say over here. Which one's the best one? Remember, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always watch your rising or your moon. Okay. And getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place at the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Going straight to the beginning of the month is shared emotions are a little wibbly wobbly right now. Feels like it could be sometimes on your sleeve and sometimes not, right? So I'm kind of juggling my emotions right now about this situation in the beginning of the month. Feeling like you are kind of losing control about the situation or not wanting to lose control about the situation. I think with the juggling over here, you have these different kinds of emotions that are going on. Sometimes it kind of feels like you want to blow it in the wind. And just let it go, and then at other times it feels like I don't want to lose control of the situation, so I'm going to hold tight. It feels a little risky. It feels like it might even be the word I want to use is chancing it. It's a chance. There's a chance going on over here with the 8th house. Is there something that you're afraid of losing in the shared resources as well? Is that another reason you have to actually take this risk, take a chance, and just kind of go for it? Maybe there's something within a relationship that you feel like maybe you will lose if you don't go ahead and fight for it. So maybe that's what the obligation is. Maybe you're trying to figure, is this really, an obligation? You figure if you have a shared resource, even if you're in divorce, there are resources that are there, right? Houses. That's, a part of my responsibility. That's half of my house too. Maybe I should fight for it. I shouldn't just let it go in the wind. So take that how it resonates. Everybody's story is different. You'll know, what your shared resource is, what you should be fighting for. But it feels like you should take a chance, and it feels like you're going to still be juggling this at the beginning of the month, whether or not you should risk this. It's a lot of patience and planning, and that's exactly what you're doing. It's kind of like maybe juggling the pros and cons of the situation within the emotions, because you're having an emotional response to this, right? Maybe this person, maybe it's an earth sign. It could be a Taurus who's telling you, I'm taking everything. Maybe sometimes you feel in your emotions, I don't give a crap. And then other times on the other side over here, you're saying, wait, no, you can't. That's half mine. You can't just have that. right? But maybe it's because you're tired of battling. You're tired, of feuding. That's for some of you. So there's definitely within the 8th house of whatever it is. It could even be a car you're fighting for, a boat, some kind of vehicle for some of you. Maybe it's an inheritance, right? Whatever it is, but there's definitely the intense emotions. With the intense emotions, so definitely feeling a lot of emotions. You're going to chance it because you've come to the conclusion, it could be a house too. Maybe it is the car and the house. I mean, it's assets, right? Hey. But you are feeling that there are times that, I need to chance this because I do, right? I do have a passion for this piece. There is a passion still there. But I think sometimes when we get a lot of emotions going on, our responses sometimes don't always weigh up to what, our emotional response is not always adding up to our mental responses, put it that way. So then all of a sudden it's almost like you start really thinking about it and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I really do passionately like that. Ooh. Definitely some of you dealing with an earth sign over here. With the devil over here, besides the earth sign of yourself. Could be a Capricorn or a Taurus, maybe even an Aries Taurus cusp. I have Aries here twice as well. Honestly, I have more Capricorn now than anything. But the toxicity of the emotions keeps you feeling chained to this. It almost feels karmic. And being in the Mercury retrograde, you might feel this karmic tie to it. It's almost like they're trying to, you know how Mercury retrogrades are. Could be a possibility. But there does feel like there's this karmic tie that you have. And it's the one that brings up this response. The karmic tie that you have brings up the sensitivities. It brings up the emotions. It brings up the responses of the way that you're thinking to the situation. And it feels like in the mid-month, for some of you, there could be a little bit of fear-based response from the moon. The fear-based is that if I allow this to go, I will not have this, I might not have the stability that I want, the overall stability. I might be giving it away, right? I could be giving my shared resource away. And therefore, I won't have any footing on the situation of the shared resource. If I just allow it to blow in the wind. And you're really feeling this in the mid-month because then now it's telling you that I won't have any footing. I won't have what I want. I put a lot of money into this. If granddad left this to me in an inheritance and I don't stand up and fight for it, they're going to take it away from me. And they don't have a right to take it away from me. It feels like one of those shared resources, if it's something like inheritance, it wasn't within a will, it was within a trust. Now, trust is like, trust me. Really? Trust me? Trust, I have trust in Josh over here that he's going to give you my Mercedes. Or the will to my house. Or something, right? Or maybe both. But Josh has decided that he doesn't want to give it over. Even though he, was holding on to the trust. If you don't fight for it, you're going to lose it. And you won't have any footing for it, right? You're not going to be able to get, it's kind of like a now or never. It's not going to happen, right? If it is a will, you're trying to hide it, you need to fight for it. Because you know it's right. Because this is where the prosperities lie. It's yours. You know it's yours. And this is what is owed to you with the Queen of Pentacles. And he owes this to you. This is, or they owe this obligation to you. If they're not going through with the obligation, right, then you're not going to get what is owed to you. And there's a sensitivity that's coming through this as well. But it's also a share factor too with the Queen of Pentacles, because it feels like at this time in mid-month, even though there's a little bit of this fear base that if I don't do this, it won't come through, take it how it resonates, whatever it is. If I allow my intense emotions to completely take over, I'm not going to get what I want. So you're kind of hum-ho in its own way, right? But keeping very sure of yourself. So there is more of a surety coming over you as the mid-month is going on, right? You're becoming more sure that, you know what, I can't allow that to, you know, get past me. Because, I mean, she's holding the pentacle, right? This is mine. Yes, really trying to move past that, that kind of fear base, that kind of toxic energy. Getting towards your Nine of Cups. That's a good thing. As I said, the mid-month, it'll kind of start this way. As mid-month starts ending, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, there it is. The clarity. The clarity of saying, no, that's it. I've thought about it. This is where my prosperity is. You owe this to me. This is my obligation. This is mine. You know, I'm taking on my responsibility to get what's owed to me. It's really starting to overcome the sensitivities of the moon, and now your intense emotions are going towards more of standing your ground, and then you're going to tell them, no, I'm going after what I love. Now, there we go. We're going to cooperate about this, and using that cooperation within your unconscious, within yourself and your higher self, and really getting healthy about the responses. Now, see, it's because you got clear over here in the mid-month, so now you're very healthy. You're saying, I'm not wearing my heart on my sleeve. I'm not going to tell you blow it in the wind. I'm going to tell you, give me what I want, because you're going to cooperate with me, or we're going to have, just telling you, you're going to have a problem, right? No more doubts and insecurities. Whoa, about the situation. I'm not going to let you walk on me or tell me anything. You're going to give me what I want. I'm the Empress. Whoa. So worried in the mid-month about being the Emperor upside down and not, you know, getting what your Nine of Cups is, what's owed to you. However the situation is, you've now come to the clarity to become the Empress. So you're going to be in this beautiful Empress mode. Wow. And, you know, the moon is still here. You can still see the emotions. You got the cups and everything going on. You're still, it's just a stronger emotion now. It's more of a sure emotion. So definitely becoming the Empress over here and saying, I'm taking what is mine, what's owed to me, right? Maybe from my mother, my grandfather, this marriage, whatever it is. And really saying, this is my asset, this is mine. Now the intense emotions have just changed, like I said, into more self-confidence. With the Four of Cups upside down, you're saying, I don't have any more doubts and insecurities. You're not going to tell me what's mine and what's not mine. I'm standing my ground. You're having the realizations and you're working very hard against, I'm telling you, against this Capricorn. I'm telling you guys are dealing with another earth sign for the majority of you. Like I said, either that or in Aries. But you are saying, listen here. Listen, right? Listen here, I'm working hard over here and I've got backup. Why do you have backup? Because you have these two other pentacles behind you. So you might be getting a lawyer or family involved or something else, but you're definitely opening your mouth about your assets, your money, your things, your prosperities with the coins. And you're having the realizations that you're saying, this is what I love. I said I wanted it up here because it's my dues. Now, I love the Queen of Swords because with the diplomatic Libra coming through, you do have this beautiful Queen of Swords who is feeling very diplomatic. She is very harmonious right now because now you're just cool and calm. There is no more mixed emotions like that. Your emotions are stable. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly where you're going. Some of you might be a widow or divorced. With the Empress coming in, you have the message coming in from a Leo. Whoa, hold on a second. I'm not going to dig super deep, because if it comes up in the end of the month, then there's not going to be much room for Spirit to really give you another answer, right? Because then it's going to say you already dug so deep that then, you know, the end of the month message will be no much different. You understand what I'm trying to say? If that's the biggest message, especially for those of you who watch continuously all the videos, right? Because you're going to say the end of the month was exactly the way the Astrodice was. Now, we can't say it's going to come up, right? It might not even come up till November. It might not come up at all. But I will get the next piece for you. What it is saying, though, pretty much is now that you're in this Empress mode over here with this Libra energy, beautiful Libra energy, the Empress is a Venetian energy of Libra and Taurus together. What you are saying is, I am talking now to this Queen of Wands. This message is coming in. Either you're messaging this Queen of Wands, or this Queen of Wands is messaging you, but however it is, you're having the communication, right? And it's moving up the ladder, not going down, which means it is a good message. And you're telling her about the leap of faith and how you are, there it is, the Fool. I was going to take the chance for this, but I'm not really sure. And now you're saying, I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get what I want. And you're making the best judgment call. And here it is. Here comes the judgment. And it's coming right over here on the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is telling you that your blessing is coming in. This is the judgment. This could be judgment from a lawyer, from a judge, from somebody, right, who's a big deal. It's a queen, right? And they have this judgment over here, and they're saying, fine, we will, if this is something that has to have a court case, guys, here's your court case. We will make judgment against them to get your stuff, okay? So keep that in mind. This is something you know, that because you're getting the blessings. If you don't need that and it just needs to come over, definitely this queen is sticking up for you. Could be a family member if it just is that easy, right? Because it is the promise. The promise. This is yours. The judgment is for the promise of what's yours. That's yours. So however that works out, take it how it's going to resonate for you, but it is going to come in your favor with the judgment, because this is yours. This is your shared asset. This is your responsibility. This is your obligation to have whatever this is that is yours, right? To come through. Whatever the goal is, whatever it is within the 8th house, right? If that was left to you and it was, this Camaro was left to me, it's mine. This house was left to me, it's mine, right? However it is. For some of you, it's kind of crazy because I feel like there's a divorce. I don't know who this is for, but I'm going to bring this out really quick before I end the video. For some of you, it feels like it's a divorce and somebody gave you, your husband or wife gave you a car and told you this was a birthday gift. Now all of a sudden you're getting divorced and they're saying because they paid for the car, it's theirs. I'm going to tell you right now, if they give you anything for your birthday, I don't care if they pay for it. I don't care if it's in their name. It doesn't matter. It's yours in the court of law, right? So, and I just keep hearing that's what they're kind of holding back for somebody, right? It's some kind of maybe birthday gift or something. And it's like his name and your name, but they pay for it, something of this nature. So, but otherwise, this Queen of Wands, whoever this is coming in and is going to make everything all better. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.